The information provided in this episode is for informational purposes and does not intend to diagnose or replace therapy.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Living Your Best Life with Dania the Coach. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic week. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we're going to talk about something that's not always fun, but it's definitely necessary. Honest self-assessment. Now, before you roll your eyes, feel attacked, or turn me off, let me just say, this isn't about beating yourself up. This is about checking in with you in a real, grounded way. It's about pausing long enough to ask, am I actually doing what I said I would do? Am I showing up for my responsibilities, my career, my relationships, and most importantly, for myself? Why is being honest with ourselves so hard? The truth is, self-honesty requires you to be vulnerable. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths. I'll give you some examples. I'm not managing my time well. I'm procrastinating because I'm scared. I've outgrown this job, but I'm afraid to leave. I talk about my goals, but I'm not doing the work. It's easier to blame outside circumstances. It's easier to distract ourselves. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in clarity. And clarity comes from being honest. Now, I want to pause here for a minute and give you some real-life examples of how we lie to ourselves. Because it's not always obvious, my friends. These aren't just dramatic, life-altering lies. Not at all. Most of the time, they're quiet, sneaky little thoughts that we repeat so often, we start to believe them. I'm going to give you some examples. Tell me if they relate to you. I work best under pressure. Have you heard that? Have you said that? I've said it. What does that translate into? It translates into I procrastinate and I use stress as a motivator instead of building discipline. I'm too busy to work on my goals. How often do you say you're too busy to do things? You're probably busy. Everybody's busy. But not always with the things that align with what you say that you want. I'm not ready yet. Why aren't you ready? That's fear. If you wait to feel fully ready, you're going to be waiting forever. It's not that bad. Have you said that? Just because you're surviving, it doesn't mean that you're thriving. Settling slowly chips away at your potential. One of my favorite ones. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start the diet tomorrow. I'll start exercising tomorrow. I'll go to the gym tomorrow. That's a forever loop. Tomorrow sounds awesome. But change should start right now. I already know this. This one could be a little bit tricky. It stops us from being open to growth and feedback. Knowing is not the same as doing and applying. For my ladies out there, and my gentlemen are going to agree, I'm fine. Sometimes that's true. You might be fine. Other times you're exhausted, you're burnt out, and you're scared to say exactly that. It's their fault. Blame is easy. Blame is great. Because it doesn't give you accountability. But it also keeps you powerless. Ownership gives you your power back. I'm doing everything I can. You might be, but ask yourself, are you stretching outside of your comfort zone, or are you just repeating the same things that are easy to you? My last one, my mom was good for this one. I'll be happy when XXX blank, fill in the blank. Nope, that's a myth. Happiness is not hiding behind a goal. You can start building peace and joy right now. Whew, that was a lot, right? Those hit. We've all said at least one of these things, including myself. I am not omitted from this list, trust me. But the key is to notice them, to challenge them, and to get back to the truth. So, what are the downfalls of avoiding self-honesty? Because, well, why can't we just lie to ourselves, right? What happens when we don't get honest with ourselves? We stay stuck in a cycle, my friends. We waste time chasing goals that don't align, repeating behaviors that hold us back, and making excuses that sound valid, but don't move us forward. You might burn out because you're taking on too much and not setting boundaries. You might miss out on promotions because you're not owning your growth areas. You might stay in relationships or in environments that drain you because it's easier than facing the challenge of change. Avoiding self-truth does not protect you. It delays your breakthrough. There is power in honest self-assessment. When we get real with ourselves and keep it 100 with ourselves, the magic starts. Trust me. Honest self-assessment helps you refocus your energy on what actually matters. It helps you own your growth areas with no shame because you can't fix what you won't face. It helps you set intentional goals that are based on your current reality, not on a fantasy. And most importantly, my friends, honest self-assessment builds self-trust. Because when you hold yourself accountable, you start believing in yourself even more. So, Dania, how do I practice self-assessment? How do I practice being honest with myself? Here are a few things you can ask yourself. These questions are going to help you be real with yourself, be honest with yourself. Number 1, am I doing what I said I would do? Number 2 is going to be a hard one. What am I avoiding and why am I avoiding it? Where am I blaming others for things that are within my control? What do I need to take responsibility for? What's one action I can take this week to align more with who I want to be? Write them down, be honest, and give yourself grace, but do not let grace become your hiding place. Listen, this isn't about perfection. If you're one of my one-on-one clients, or you heard some of my other episodes, or you're in my group coaching sessions, you know I tell you all the time, do not strive for perfection, but you must strive for progress. So this is not about perfection. This is about ownership. When you make honest self-assessment a habit, you unlock clarity, confidence, and alignment. And that's what's going to help you live your best life. If this episode is hitting home for you and you're ready to go deeper, I'd love to support you on your journey. Text me at 772-256-3860 or go to my website, DaniaTheCoach.com, to schedule a free discovery call. Let's get real together. Let's get you moving forward. Let's set a plan together. Let's hit some goals. Until next time, my friends, you remember, you're absolutely amazing.
Love today's episode? Carry the message with you, literally. Check out our exclusive shirts and hoodies at DaniaTheCoach.com. Each piece is made to inspire confidence, strength, and purpose. Just like this podcast. Stay cozy, stay bold, and rep your growth. See you next time.